Dik pap, dun pap, krummeltjie pap, stywe pap, slaap pap. Melkpap, soet mieliepap, paptert, braaipap. It's wonders what a woman can do with just a bit of maize meal, mite, salt and water. On a gas stove, in a steam pot, water is heated for both the baby's bath and the pap. And while the water heats and the hands of time tick, 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 she thinks to herself, how will I make this pap today? But she makes it anyway. How will I pay for his bail this time? But where there's a will, there's a way. She thinks, how will I raise yet another grandchild? But she soon loses her train of thought because that very child needed her. Before the sun meets her, she needs dough for bread, kneels to ask for just a little more life, just a little less thread. Hair full of orange rollers, needle and thread in hand, mending what once was broken. Koortjies playing in the background and we are all awoken, each by a list of chores. Curtains, walls, windows, all need to be washed before the end of day. But are we ever really done? There is no point in asking why, because the answer is always because I said so. And if you dare to roll your eyes or side eye or any type of eye, you are reminded that a rokende pap kook nie gaar nie. Whatever that means. Pop culture is making the mistake in asking her, when is the food finished, Ma? And she replies, not only to be clear, but for the entire street to hear, yeah, I'm a slave away all day because you are the master and I am the maid. Making the mistake to admit that you don't really want to eat pap and liver, but you eat it anyway because starvation and homelessness is the only other option. And just after you've licked the plate clean, you realize that, shoo, it truly was the best meal. Walking through the gate from a top secret date. Feeling like you've just scored the winning goal, woman of the match you are. Then the woman in the gown meets you by the door and greets you with lekker gevry. And after the love affair ends and you see what once was your pounding heart has now been turned into finely pounded maize meal. Knots in your throat and you feel like you're choking, like you're suffocating from the inside. And then she looks at you and you her. And it's like magic really when she looks at you and knows exactly all you've been through. It's almost as if she was there with you. It's almost as if she is you. After she hasn't seen her husband in 4 days, 9 hours and 37 minutes, and he suddenly returns as if he was gone for but mere minutes. She still caters to him. She still cooks him a hot plate and hands it to him on a silver platter. She is still Destiny's child even when he abandons his, even when he can't say her name. She has taught me to honor those who don't always honor you. Life is not always fun and fair, but a gardener doesn't stop being a gardener even in the winter. The field still needs tending too. The inauguration of every month was met with so much joy and endless possibilities. But knowing her, it was always short-lived. because there always lived someone down the street in need. A sorrowful sister next door, a widow up the road. Poverty seemed so impossible to me. I never knew we had nothing because frankly, we never did have nothing. We always had everything because we always had pap. And she always had tears. And her tears water the plants that we grew from. See, glee and grief grow in the same soil. Her smile was the soil. Her light gave us permission to shine. Growing up, she made it all look so easy, so straightforward. Carrying a child on her hips that did not come from hers. Hopes in her heart. Money or man or lack thereof on her mind. Pots on the stove. Now that I am standing where she once stood, I can't help but wonder, how did she do it all? How did she not burn her fingers on that gas stove? How did she curl her hair in perfect symmetry? How did she cook the pap thick enough? How did she know that she was enough?